Get some sunlight up in here. Bring this a little closer. Ooh. Get myself together. Okay. Well, I was about to say, what is this? Still good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. You already know what it is. It's your girl LJ. And we get about to get these steps in. The goal for today, let's see. What is the goal for today? Minimum of an hour and 3 to 3.5 miles. We'll see if I can go over 3.5. Okay. Excuse the beeping. Get my watch together so I can keep these calories up. Okay, now I gotta find indoor walking. It should be at the top of my list. Oh, here we go. It was. Okay. So I'm gonna move the treadmill. We're gonna start at 2.5. I feel like I need to get my legs nice and warm. I don't want to start too fast and burn myself out. The topic for today, top fitness mistakes. Well, it's my top 8. My top 8 fitness mistakes. Just my opinion. So yes, for today, we're going to talk about my top 8 fitness mistakes that I feel happen and kind of get some solutions. Feel free to ask questions. Just talk to me. Keep me company. You already know this is day 8 of me going live. This is so out of my comfort zone. Going live is a whole different beast. You mess up and it's out there, right? You can't just edit it out there with your other, like I do with my other videos. So day 8 and me doing something out of my comfort zone, getting on here live. Today, I want to talk about fitness mistakes, my top 8 that I feel like happens, solutions, going for a minimum of an hour today. So keep me company, ask me questions. And yeah. So let me go ahead and start with my first one. Got my notes right here. So inconsistency versus a bad workout. Inconsistency is greater than, or should I say worse than, a bad workout. Do you agree or disagree? That's what I feel is my number one, well, not my number one mistake, but the number one common mistake out there is people feeling like as long as they're doing like a good workout once a week, and if that, it's like every now and then, right? It's not even like a consistent thing. It's like every now and then I'll do a workout. So I feel like I prefer that you're consistent with your workouts, but it may not feel the best to you. And let me give an example. Let's say you go to the gym, you're just not feeling, at your best, but maybe you knock out 3 exercises versus your normal 4 to 6, right? Maybe you didn't do as much cardio after your workout or whatever it may be, right? But you stayed with it, right? So you go every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Wednesday. You just didn't feel it, but you still got in the gym and did something. It didn't feel like a good workout, but you did something. I feel like that is better than being inconsistent and getting good workouts in every now and then. Got it? So it's okay to not have good workout days. I have it all the time. Well, I used to. Where I just wanted to keep myself moving. And sometimes you're just not feeling it. Especially as a woman, we deal with so many different things, from just the stress of life. I just say that because I can go on and on. But so yeah, I prefer that you get a bad workout in, meaning it's just not to par of what you like to set for yourself, than for you to be inconsistent at the gym or at home. I prefer at home workouts. So that's the number one common mistake I feel. Y'all got something for me? Y'all agree, disagree? Let me know. Let me know. But happy hump day. It's Wednesday. So it's leg day for me. I'm going to try to do not going to try. I am going to do a leg workout later this evening. So tune in. 7:30 tonight. I'm going to do legs. But hump day is just getting through the week. Right? We made it to midway point of the work week, Monday through Friday. So happy hump day of getting through the week. Let me see what I got here. So average effort done consistently is better than short burst perfection. Go ahead and write that down. That's a good quote. It's not mine though, but I liked it. Okay. Let's see where we're at. We're at 5 minutes of walking. My speed right now is 2.5. I'll probably move it up in a little bit. Sometimes you need to warm your body up. So sometimes it's good to just start slow. So number 2, common mistake, fitness mistake, is skipping warm up / cool down. See, we went right into my next one because I'm warming up by going at a slower pace. So I will say, when I was younger, I'm 37, and some of y'all say you're still young, and some of y'all may say, dang. So whichever side you're on, I will say, when I was in my 20s, I'm 37 once again. I didn't really feel the need, of course, for track practice. I ran track and field. So, of course, before I did track, I would definitely warm up. But when it came to the gym, I did not. Not the way I should have. Sometimes I would start off on the doing cardio for like 5-10 minutes. So, yes, that is a good way to get the blood flow going. So, technically, that is a warm up. But when it came to like strength training, maybe let's just get to it. But as I got older, I feel like the consequences of not warming up. So what I started doing is, my first set, I would just use lighter weight or even do body weight depending on what type of exercise I was doing. So if I was squatting, I might first set do body weight, just get the knees, quads, hamstrings, functional movements. But yeah, at one point I wasn't warming up or cooling down. So yeah, first round, our first set, I would suggest using a lighter weight for each exercise. And then after that, your muscles and everything should be nice and loose and warm. And then you're good to go. Cool down as well. I think a lot of times, especially if you've been in the gym for a long time, it's like, I am ready to go. Okay. It took a lot for me to even get here some days. I'm ready to go. So when it comes to cooling down, some people say, oh, I'll do it when I get home. Okay. Lie to yourself. Once you get in that car and get to the house, you're not doing no stretching. So it is important to just take a few minutes. You don't have to do a lot of stretching. Just take like 2-3 minutes. I'll say 2 minutes, because I'm probably pushing it with some of y'all with 3. Take 2 minutes You could do a good 6 different stretches because you want to hold each one for at least 20 seconds. So you could do between 4 and 6 good stretches. All right. Hit the main areas that you feel from your workout, and boom, you out of there. Cool down complete. So, yeah, that is my number 2 common fitness mistake, is skipping warm up and cool down. I was definitely guilty of it. Now, my age, it makes me have to warm up and cool down. So share with me some things you do to warm up, cool down. Or if you need some ideas, like I said, do some cardio first, get on the treadmill. If you're at the gym, especially. If you're at the gym, just get on the treadmill for a little bit. And then if you're doing strength training, just start with a lighter weight. I know sometimes you just want to get right into it, right? So if you already weren't in the mood to go to the gym, sometimes you want to knock that workout out. You just want to be in and out. But there are long-term effects of not warming up and cool down. You can definitely cause injury, especially if you're going to try to lift heavy or you want to do cardio at a high speed. You can cause injury. And then overall, sometimes if you don't warm up, you can have poor performance. That may be the reason why you're not having a good fitness day in the gym. You're like, dang, I can't lift this weight. I normally can throw it up. And maybe that day you're having a hard time. So, yeah. Number 2, common fitness mistake. Let's see where we're at. We're at 10 minutes on the walking pad. I'm gonna move up to 3. I'm feeling pretty good. I'll move up to 3 miles per hour. Hitting 11 minutes. Feeling pretty good. The sun is out. How's the weather where you're located? It's 11:16 a.m. Nice and sunny. I don't see any clouds right now. So it looks like a pretty good day to be active, get out and about, do 30 minutes of something. So, okay, I'm going to move into my number 3 common fitness mistake, and that is ego lifting. Ego lifting. Too heavy, too soon. So this is one reason why I don't work with guys anymore. And I know not everyone is like this, but especially when I could lift more and then when I was in much better shape, I feel like some of the guys that I would train would try to impress me. I don't know. And so they will overdo certain things. You know, if I suggested a weight they should use, they wanted to up it. And if they were a beginner, normally wasn't the best thing for them to do. But I mean, hey. So I feel like a lot of times there was a lot of ego lifting. I mean, there's other reasons why I don't train guys. That's a whole other story. So, but it was a lot of ego lifting. And I'm not saying ego lifting is only for my men. It's just, that's what I saw more so than I did with my ladies. With my ladies, I tend to have to get y'all to want to lift a little more, especially when it comes to upper body. Lower body, we're good. But when it comes to lifting, I feel like a lot of times women are afraid they're going to look like men. And I'm like, girl, trust me, you won't. But it's just understanding. Once they get that knowledge, it gets better. But yeah. Hello. Oh, from India. How cool. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. You're a fashion designer. That is awesome. And I'm going to talk about fashion in a minute. It's actually one of my common fitness mistakes. But not in that way. Nothing bad. But welcome, welcome. Let's see where we're at. 13 and a half minutes in. A little over half a mile walked. Calories burned, 65. You're so pretty and you're so very kind and good human being. Well, thank you. I like to think I am a good human being as well. I appreciate it. Beautiful girl. Thank you. Don't blow my head up now. I like a good compliment. I appreciate it though. So let's go to common fitness mistakes number 4. That is doing only cardio. Doing only cardio. Cardio is probably the easiest thing to get you going, right? I told you all that's the reason why I started walking, because of a lot of things I deal with medically, and sometimes the stress that lifting can put on my body. I started walking because it was the one thing that would get me motivated and get me moving. I started to enjoy it. So I've been walking now for, I think this is like my 5th or 6th week, but it is a form of cardio, of course. And that's why I've now implemented doing my weight training workouts. Even if it's not heavy weight, I still want to get that resistance. But the reason why I started incorporating my weight training is because doing just cardio, for one, if you're trying to tighten your skin, or depending on how much skin is loose, if you're trying to tone up, you need some resistance. So depending on what your fitness goals are, you need that resistance. And most of the goals that I hear from people, it entails resistance. Cardio is good, but it's amazing when you combine it with some strength training. Strength training is good for your long-term goals. So once again, I go back into the toning up the body, which is what most people want to do. They either want to build muscle, they want to lose fat. So if you want to lose fat, we got to burn some calories. And believe it or not, strength training burns calories more than cardio. Big fan of Rihanna because you look like Rihanna. So thank you. I take that as a compliment. But child, don't think I got in common with Rihanna is this big forehead. That's what we got in common. This forehead big. I cannot sing. I wish I could. I wish I could sing like Rihanna, because then I wouldn't have to work out on live. I could sing on live. Seems like that'd be a little easier. Sing on live. But I love fitness, so it's okay. But yeah, me and Rihanna, we only share this big old forehead. That's about all we got in common. So yeah, doing only cardio. The strength training is where it's at. I know when you do cardio, you start, building up a sweat. So you may feel like you're doing a lot, which I'm not knocking it. Hey, I'm walking right now, getting my cardio in. So I'm never gonna knock cardio, but I do know in order to build those arms, to get rid of the bat wings, to tone up the legs, we gotta do some strength training. Okay. So try to incorporate every workout you do with a mix of both. And trust me, you're going to get those results. So I'm coming up on 18 minutes of walking, 0.80 distance, and 90 calories. So not bad. Day 8, going live with walking. This has been something, trying to keep up with it, staying consistent. 2024. Great. You got a fashion designer award. What was the name of the award? Manifest some awards for 2025. That's what we got to do. We got to manifest. I'm manifesting some things in my life as well, 2025. All right, all right, all right. I lose my train of thought so fast. Like, my brain is always going. So I'm really bad at talking about something, looking at the chat, and then forgetting what I was talking about. What is your hobbies? Okay. Let me take fitness out of it because anything active, hiking. I just like moving. Let me see. If I had to take working out or any type of fitness out of it, I do like to read. I like learning new things. I like having knowledge. Uh, Traveling. I just haven't done a lot of it lately. I feel like I'm so boring trying to figure out my hobbies because everything is fitness related for me. Fitness is, I just love it. So I like being out in nature. So going like on nature trails. I like, yeah, hiking in general. Yeah, anything that's gonna keep me moving and being active. That's my hobby. What are your hobbies besides fashion designing? So now I'm at 20 minutes, feeling good, feeling good. 33% of the way done. So I'm sorry, side note. How has mail been for y'all? I just saw a FedEx truck pass by. So it made me think about how it's taken me a very long time to get certain pieces of mail, and it's quite aggravating. It's been about a month. No, it's been over a month, I would say, since I was supposed to get some mail, and I kind of just said, I guess forget it. What? Okay, expand upon that a little more. I don't understand what you're saying. So help me out with it. Help me out. But yeah, let me know how mail is going for you because here in Georgia, it is a mess. I feel like at this point, you'd be better off delivering it yourself if you got to send something out, no matter how far it is. Wow, you're looking great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always appreciate the compliments. This is what keeps me motivated and encouraged to keep doing this. So I appreciate it. So I'm going to move to top 5. Well, my number 5, should I say, fitness mistakes. There are 8 of them. So not tracking progress. So one thing I always hear, it's a couple things I always hear, but either I'm not losing weight anymore. At one point I was, now I'm not, or I don't see any change in general. Like they're just not seeing it. I've been working out, I've been eating good. I don't see a change. I think a lot of times there's more change than you think. You just don't see it because you see yourself every day. That's why they say you're normally the last person to see the change. Just think about kids, like of your family and friends, right? When you haven't seen them in a while, you're like, oh man, you've gotten so big or you've done this. And sometimes that parent doesn't see it because they're with their child all the time. It's same with you. Normally, you're the last person to see it. So that's why I recommend taking photos. Pay attention to how strong you have gotten. So at your doing your workouts, if you notice like, hey, in the beginning I was only doing 10 pounds. Now I'm doing 20. So not everything has to necessarily be a physical change. You could have a strength change. Look at your clothes. How are they fitting? Are they fitting, differently? You got a little more wiggle room in there. So The photos are normally a really good thing, even though it seems so simple and basic. Taking a photo of yourself, man, just think now. When you look at old photos of yourself, you see the change. You're like, dang, I was skinny back in the day. And then back in the day, you probably didn't feel skinny. But now you see the difference. You're like, oh, I was. I look at pictures of myself and I'm like, oh, I look good there. And then I try to put myself back in that time frame. And I remember I wasn't happy with what I saw. So, okay, what's wrong with the mail? I just got in the chat. Oh, I was just talking about how long it takes for mail to come in. Like I have some medicine that's supposed to be coming in, and it's been like a week and a half. And I probably been better off picking it up, but they like to send it as soon as it comes in stock. They'll just send it to me. And so I had to call them the other day. When I say the other day, I think it was yesterday. But I called and the representative basically was like, oh, that's normal. And I'm like, that's normal. But what if I need it? So I guess now I'm going to start getting my medicine sent out further in advance, because the place that well, they get it from a warehouse, but I believe where they ship it from is maybe like 10 miles up the road. I'm like, why can't I just go pick it up? Because putting in the mail is taking too long. That's all I was talking about with the mail. I was wondering if anybody else was having issues getting their mail. Okay, your hobbies is you're a big businessman. Okay. Right. It's discouraging. Do you drink kombucha? What are your thoughts on it for gut health? I've heard different things about that. Somebody I knew used to like drinking it. What did I hear about it recently? I can't remember what I heard. I just remember it was something negative, and it kind of just automatically made me pull away from it. My answer to everything is really, I don't find fault in too many things. It's all about moderation and portion control. If you're drinking them every day, that's probably not a good thing, because I'll have to look at the ingredients. I don't buy those, so I haven't taken the time to really look at the label to really see, what's in it. So I'm gonna do a deep dive on that, and I'll be able to answer. So join me on another live. And I could probably talk about it a little more once I look at the label. But I just feel like, I feel like you have to drink it in moderation. But I do that with anything. That's like my main spiel with everything in life. Nothing is bad. I don't think anything is labeled bad. I just think it's how we choose to consume it. If you're gonna overdo it, then you're gonna get the results that you probably don't want. But I got you. I'm gonna do some more information. I'm gonna look into that a little more. But yeah, make sure you guys are tracking your progress in simple ways. Because I'm pretty sure you're making more change than you think. If you're truly doing the things that you say you're doing, if your nutrition is where it needs to be, if your fitness is where it needs to be, and when it comes to fitness, I feel like a lot of times people do lift lighter than they should, especially if you're working out from home. I get it. These weights are expensive, right? So most people only have like 10-pound dumbbells at their home. I mean, that's just the common number we all start with when we go shopping for our own equipment. So unless you got like a full out gym at your house, normally your dumbbells are about 10 pounds. But the thing about that is, after a while, you should be moving on from them 10-pound dumbbells. And so you're not going to keep seeing change if you're not making change to what you're working with, right? So if I keep using these 10-pound dumbbells, what variable changes am I making? And it actually goes to my next point. That segues right into my fitness mistake number 6, and that's program hopping. So that could really deal with anything, not just like programs, but weights, Um, but the main point of the program hopping point was a lot of people try to change their regimen super fast. Like, I think a lot of people think you have to have a lot of variety to reach your goals. Go to a bodybuilder. I mean, I don't know how many of y'all know a bodybuilder, but if you were to ask a bodybuilder what their regimen looks like, it stays the same in the fact that they don't need a lot of different exercises, like 20 different exercises to reach their goals. They change variables, but they don't change necessarily the program, if that makes sense. So, for instance, I have a couple of programs, and I guess it's a shameless plug, Be Your Body Goals. So I have like a year worth of programs you can choose from. But I feel like everyone is always looking for another month. Where's the next month? Where's 14? Where's 15? Where's 16? And I already have 13 months of programs for you, right? You don't need to necessarily keep changing the program. Just change a variable in the program. And what I mean by that is, like I was talking about with the 10-pound dumbbells, change it to maybe 12s or 15s. So instead of trying to change your regimen of what you're doing, change the weight, change your intensity, change the rep count. Maybe start doing drop sets, or, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different things, so many different variables you can change when it comes to working out. But we think, oh, I got to change the exercise. When I tell you my go-to arm exercises are really the same thing, I just try to increase the size, or like I said, change the intensity, decrease my rest time. You know, if I'm lifting heavier, I may reduce the amount of reps. If I'm lifting lighter, increase the reps. There's just so many changes you can make. So stop program hopping. Stop changing and going from one thing to another thinking that's going to get you your results. Okay? Give a plan time. I used to be so much more muscular than I am now. I'm trying to get gains close to what I used to have. One thing is that hindering my ambition is lack of gym. Where I live, I can only do calisthenics. So do you have a way to buy your own gym equipment? And what I mean by not nothing super expensive, but are you able to buy dumbbells? Can you purchase things like that? I'm looking at my equipment now. My gym room is towards the back, but I have kettlebells, battle ropes, dumbbells, medicine ball. I feel like the best investment I got was when I got the barbell. I think this was pre-COVID, because of course all the gym equipment started to skyrocket in price once everybody started working out at home during COVID. But I think I got this this barbell set from, cannot remember, but the price of it I think was under like $100. And to me, there's some different things I can do with that barbell set to get the weight that I need in. I recently got dumbbells and a resistance band, but the drive is so low in me these days. Oh, I get it. Working from home is definitely so hard. That's why I started doing this. I deal with so many medical issues that it was, so I had to tailor back my workouts, because my medical issues are abdominal. That, you know, anything you do with strength training engages your core. So at one point, I started falling off my workout routine, and so that's why I started doing the walking pad. Because, you know, when you work out, when you release those endorphins, it gets you motivated and you start to feel good about yourself. So anytime I walk, I then feel motivated to do something else with my day. And so that's why tonight I'm actually doing a leg day strength training. So 7:30 tonight, I'll be back, but we're working legs. So I'll be using my 12-pound dumbbells. And I'm trying to do most workouts that have what I use is most equipment that most people will have. I don't think many people have a barbell that they could use. So I try to stick with equipment when I do my workouts live. And I haven't done many. I think this would be like workout number like 3 or 4. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. It's very hard, especially if you work from home, or you're tired from a long day, getting yourself up and going. So this walking pad used to be in front of my TV. So I had it in my bedroom. And so like I would keep it underneath my bed and I would pull it out. And after a while I just kept it by my bed because I got tired of trying to pull it out. But excuse me. That's what started motivating me to work out again, was just getting on my walking pad. And it doesn't have to be long, maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then slowly move it up to 30 minutes. But I was having a hard time for sure because I work from home. I'm always on my computer. So, but once, and that's where you got to get in the groove. That's why I started going live, because walking in my bedroom, it started off fun, right? And after a while, I'm like, okay. But I felt like if I started going live and maybe sharing my journey, it would encourage other people. And so maybe you can start working out with me. You know, maybe we can keep each other accountable and working out. Plus, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I have a hard time feeling the pump these days. Maybe it's my diet. I don't know. Do you mind saying your age? Like giving a rough, like over, you can say like, I'm over 40 or I'm over 30. You don't have to say your exact age. But if you want to share your age, maybe you can help somebody else who's feeling the same way. I mean, I that's why I love the compliments you all give me, because I don't see what you all see when I look at myself. That's why I'm trying to get my arms back toned. I talked about buying a bike. That way I can tone my quads. I was going to turn the resistance up and really have to work on the bike, because strength training is getting hard for me. Okay, you turned 39. I'm 37. I turned 38 at the end of the year. So, I get it. It's not the same. I feel like every wrong move, the left side of my back be ready to give out. So I get it. And I also coach track and field. So even working out with my nephew, it's getting a little different. So I definitely understand. I mean, that's the reason why I'm doing this. I needed something that was going to keep me encouraged and motivated. And I felt like maybe I'm not alone. This is out of my comfort zone. I don't like going live. I'm not a public person. So just getting on here was a lot for me. But I do enjoy it because, like I said, even if it's just one person watching or one person that takes something from what I'm doing, it encourages me to keep going. So, and I'm not trying to give the good answer, like, oh, that's so good of you. No, trust me. The way I was laying in my bed every day, depressed about life. But I knew that if I just get up and, start doing something active, maybe I would feel a little better. And it don't help that I got blackout curtains, y'all. Room just dark. So that's why I'm out here. Got the blinds open because, baby, I tell you, blackout curtains when you're already depressed about life is not the way to go. Yes, I'm even feeling pains in areas I never knew were being worked out. My hip and upper back are getting really stiff. My left hip, I think everything's on my left side. I was in the military, and so it may have started with my foot injury. And, because, your body all works together. So start off with my foot, and now I feel like it's working its way up. And, of course, my medical issues don't make it no better. But my whole left side, so sometimes you might even see me on here limping, because sometimes my left foot starts to hurt. But the doctor said there's not much they can really do. And the fact that I can't make it worse, I try to push through, because I would not let these injuries get the best of me. But I have pain in my left hip a lot. That comes from some of my medical, conditions. But girl, this left, I was trying to help my nephew, and then with long jump, whoo, I bit down the wrong way. It was a whole nother story. I was like, oh Lord, where's the heating pad and my massage gun? Because I feel like I'm young mentally. My body just ain't getting the memo. So that's why walking is great. It's low impact. It's good on your knees. So this is why I do this. I'm going to crank it up a little bit more. I'm enjoying the conversation. It's keeping me motivated. I'm coming up on 40 minutes. So I like it. A little shy of 2 miles. What's a heating pad? It's like you can plug it in. And it's maybe about this big. It's not that big at all, but you can like lay it on your like muscles or, different parts of your body, and it just heats up. So putting that heat on my problem areas help. It helps with like the blood flow. And it's just really good with helping with those areas that you may be having issues with. So I'm always using a heating pad. What are some things you use to deal with your problem areas outside of medicine? Like, do you have something outside of medicine that helps you? Because that's why I use the heating pad. Instead of like taking ibuprofen or something like that, I try to do other things to try to ease away the pain without just, I always say medicine just turns off the alarm. The pain is still there, but it's just hindering those receptors of your brain knowing that the pain is there. I feel like it's almost like if a house is on fire, all the medicine does is turn the alarm off to make it seem like, oh, there's no emergency. Meanwhile, the house is still burning. So I'm not a big medicine girl, even though I have a lot of it because of all my medical issues. I take what I have to. So my next common fitness mistake, number 7 is overtraining and burning out. So I'm talking to myself a little bit here because did I tell y'all there's an app where you get points based off of walking, and then you can turn those points into like little gift cards. So I try to get my steps in, and at one point, and the better you do, of course, the more points you get, right? So I found myself working out a lot, which it feels good because it is walking, so it's low impact, so it doesn't put a lot of wear and tear on my body. But I made sure to make sure I'm not burning out or overdoing it, is I make sure Saturday and Sunday I'm not working out. So instead, like on Sunday, I'm going to juice. I'm going to show you some of my juicing recipes. So I like to juice for the week. So normally I'll do like 3 16-ounce jars, and I'll just drink on that throughout the week. And so I settled on the fact that I should do it every Sunday. Before, I was kind of just picking whatever day I felt like it. Because sometimes you got to do things when you feel like it, to be honest, right? You got to get it done. So Saturdays and Sundays are days that I do not work out. I can do something very little, like if I do want to go on a hike, but it has to be something that isn't exclusively working out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not picking up weights. So if I want to do something that's active, that's okay. But the ideal of it cannot be working out. So Saturday and Sundays, no working out. Yeah, that's true. Medicine is only temporary. I usually try to do stretches with long holds. That's a good one. I think they call them, yep, static stretches. Look at you. Or we need to start getting deep tissue massages. Yes. So static stretches are really good to do. And I recommend holding them for like 20 or more seconds. That's 20 seconds when your body actually starts to like, the stretch is actually really working the tissue, the joints, everything. So if you're holding it for anything less than 20 seconds, you're really not letting the stretch do its job. So try to hold it for 20 plus seconds. Dynamic stretching is what you want to do ideally before you work out. Dynamic stretching is more so just to give, I go to track right away, but it's like high knees, butt kicks. It can be leg swings. Just something that keeps you moving. Move is just constant movement. Where static, you're just holding it, right? So normally you want to do static after you've been working out. Like after the workout's complete, then you want to do those static holds. But if you're just doing it throughout the day, just because, then yeah, that's something I said I was gonna start doing for my hip, because my left hip tightens up so bad to where like sometimes I can't even sleep. So I have, I think I actually have my hip routine. I think I did a video about that. So I have to be consistent with that a little more. But yeah, it's definitely a good thing that you're doing your stretches with long holds. I need to start doing that. Matter of fact, after I get done walking for the day, I need to go do that, because I already told you all, I'm not good at cooling down. I'm trying to get better, but like I'm feeling some tightness already in my left hip. But this has been something I've been dealing with for so long that I kind of just push through. It just becomes a part of my day. It's foot pain, hip pain. I see people at the jogging track doing them, swinging their legs side to side while holding the rail. Yep. So yeah, that's the leg swings. I normally do 10 each leg. Swinging in and out is 1. So across your body and then back out is 1. I try at the minimum do 10 each leg, and I may do 2 sets of those. Trying to think of some other ones. That's just really good for your hips. So it stretches out your hip flexors, your groin. That's what that stretch is good for. She does all this exercise and she wound up getting hit by a car. Why would you put that on us? Well, me or whoever you're talking about. Don't manifest that. I ain't been hit yet. I'm 37. If I don't run, but you're like I'm gonna run in the road. It's called sidewalk and it's called at home working out. So unless the car gonna come through my window, I don't think I'm getting hit. Where you work out at, Don? You work out in the middle of the road or something? Right, True Blessings. Don somewhere else. Because I don't see where Don work out to get hit by a car. Thank you. I'm a good soul. The Lord is protecting me. The Lord definitely got me covered. Y'all must not know. I'm one of God's favorites. That's how things work. You're working out for nothing, wasting your time. Well, that's how you feel about it, Don. You are open to your opinion. That doesn't even bother me. Remember I talked about the other day, well, whoever was with me the other day, I talked about stress. And Don, you don't bother me. I love that you on my live talking about we wasting our time. Thank you. I love a good troll now. I love it. And that's not how things work. You know how many people work out who don't get hit by cars? So I agree to disagree. But you are open to your opinion, Don. That kind of made my day. You don't even know. Um, somebody's got to take a minute to yourself, because the person I used to be, oh boy, Don, you're suffering from within. That's not how things work. Only negative existence would that be considered. Well, I pray the best for you, Don, because for you to feel that way, maybe something bad is happening in your life. That's how I'm gonna look at it. Okay. So I pray that whatever is happening in your life that got you feeling that way, I hope things get better. I hope you don't feel like working out is a waste of time. Maybe you've had a bad experience. So I hope things get better. Read the last comment I said. Okay, we read that, Don. Child, Don, you have got your 5 minutes. Okay, on to my next thing. We gave you your 5 minutes of time. So, common fitness mistake number 8. So I kind of made this one up because I was thinking about it as I was getting ready. Right. Thank you, True Blessings. Like I was saying. Common fitness mistake number 8 that I added was, don't worry about what you're wearing. A lot of times when it comes to trying to get motivated for the gym, I think we spend more time trying to figure out what we're wearing. And yes, I get it. They say, the way you look, if you look good, you feel good, you do good. So yes, I do agree with that statement. But like, so like I was saying, I just threw this on today, right? I could have spent time looking for a cuter outfit, and I was like, are we trying to necessarily look cute? Or are we trying to get the workout in? I mean, I don't look horrible, but I could have did better. So the point I'm saying is, certain days, not every day, but certain days, come as you are. I'm going to use the church saying, come as you are. Real gym goers understand that just for you to be in the gym is an accomplishment. And everybody always going to have something to say. Everybody always going to have something to say. You can't please everybody. And I've come to be okay with that. So, wow. So on point, right? I'm always stressing about the outfit I'm working out in. Right. There's been so many times where I'm like, okay, when did I wear this last? And I do that all the time. Even when I'm posting a workout video, I'm like, okay, when did I have this on last? How many weeks ago was it? I don't care at this point. I'm just throwing stuff on. I'm already pushing myself to do the workout. So I'm just happy to be here, okay? So at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't have to be every day. I'm not saying every day. I just moved myself to 3.8. I'm not saying every day just don't care about what you're wearing. But I'm saying when you're already having a tough time even going to the gym, don't put the pressure on yourself about what you're wearing. All right? Because then you'll probably spend more time looking for something to wear, and then you don't feel like going at that point. And it don't take much to, get yourself not to go to the gym or work out. It takes one distraction. And I'm good, right? So I just want to encourage somebody out there to not worry about what you're always wearing and just go with it. Let me do some blocking real quick. Hold on. My daddy a good man. He is. I will say that. But Don, I appreciate you coming on today. But you are now blickety block, my dude. Plus, like you were saying earlier about tracking progress, I've never done that. Therefore, I'm always thinking I'm making no gains. Yeah, that's always like, especially when you get on the scale, right? If you get on the scale and you're always looking for that number and like a certain number, that's what we're really feeling like we're not making any, gains or reaching our goals. Because I think I said this on another live. I posted a picture on one of my other social media platforms where I'm wearing the same outfit, I'm the same weight, but aesthetically I look different. But if I only depended on the scale, girl, whoo, I would be so disappointed because I'm like, why isn't the number changing? But I always tell people a pound of muscle and a pound of fat weigh the same thing, but the difference is it's going to make your body look different. So if you Google what a 5 pounds of fat looks like versus 5 pounds of muscle, you'll see the size difference. They're both weigh the same. So you can weigh the same, but you'll see them inches in your waist look different. So picture taking is definitely very, very, very important. Yeah, picture taking and your clothes. I'm telling you, it feels so much better when you throw on some jeans that you had to jump up in. I mean, even though sometimes it's good, it means you got them booty gains. But if you got to lay down and try to button it, sometimes it feels good just be able to slide it on. Hello, what's your workout? Well, hello there. Today I am shooting for, I always try to go for at least an hour of walking, but sometimes I go for distance because I know that distance will still also get me at my hour time frame. So right now I'm at 55 minutes. I'm about to hit 3 miles in about another 2-3 minutes. So right now that's my workout for this, is to go for at least 3 miles, see how my body is feeling at the hour mark. And then tonight I'm doing leg day at 7:30 tonight. I'll be doing some resistance training. I'm using my 12-pound dumbbells tonight. It's going to be between 7 to 8 exercises to include 2 core exercises. And we're going to do 3 to 4 rounds depending on your fitness level. But yeah, I'm going for 1 hour. Right now I'm at 56 minutes of walking. Don still there? Or is it coming in late? Because I don't see no more messages from I don't see any more messages from him. Or is Don, did he come in as somebody else? Matt, are you from the South? Oh, I'm not seeing them. So did I just block it from me? And maybe that's what it is. I just blocked it on this. That's what it is. I can't see Don. I ain't paying Don no mind. I'll block it when I get done. I think I should. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to block Don now. Okay. If I bust my butt trying to get back on this thing, never that. Y'all know I'm too smooth to bust my butt walking. Y'all see how smooth that was getting back on? Okay. I got you. I got to do it from, I'll do that from my other account. Because I'm on the Be Your Body Goals account over here. So that's why I wasn't seeing his comments, because I was doing it from Be Your Body Goals and not from Get Fit with LJ. So that's why he wasn't bothering me no more. I've learned trolls are a good thing. I don't look at them as being bad because that's what they want you to do. They want you to get out of character. It don't bother me no more. The old me would have probably had some choice words, especially with the language he used on one of his comments. But you know, when God has your back, you try not to let things like that stress you because he'll take care of it. But thank you for letting me know. And I will definitely make you a moderator when I'm on Get Fit with LJ. This computer doesn't have. So I apologize. I still had to see that. I was over here just happy. I couldn't see the comments no more. Meanwhile, y'all still having to deal with that. They hate you because they ain't you. Yeah, girl. And sometimes people are just so miserable in life that they want you to get down to their level. I'm sorry, darling. I am up here, you know? So that's why I can't stop smiling, really. It's like a badge of honor in my southern accent. Florida girl. So I just reached an hour. I feel good. I thought I need to walk a little bit more because I got off. So I'm just going to walk a little longer to make up for the time I got off. But to summarize today, you know, I just want to go over my 8 common fitness mistakes people make. So if you missed it, my number 1 was being inconsistent. I think it's worse than just having like a couple of bad workouts. Maybe they weren't your best, but at least you still got in the gym. So I'll take a bad workout over inconsistency. That was number 1. Skipping warm-up / cool down. Make sure you're getting it in. Because skipping warm-up / cool down can cause injury and poor performance. Number 3 was ego lifting. Lifting too heavy too soon. Just doing too much, okay? The main thing you want to do is make sure you're working on form. Number 4 was doing only cardio. Strength training is very important. Even if you're using light weights to start off, I'll take that. But incorporating both, especially if you want long-term goals. Number 5, not tracking your progress is a common mistake. Make sure you're doing photos. You know, see that your strength is changing as your weights are, you know, getting heavier. That's a good thing. And then checking your clothes. Number 6 was program hopping. Give a planned time. Just change certain variables in that program, and you're going to get results. You don't have to keep changing your exercises. Overtraining and burnout was number 7. More isn't always better. It's important to rest, recover, and sleep. I talked about sleep, I think, yesterday. Number 8, girl or guy, wear whatever you want to. If you're working out at the gym, trust me, real gym goers will understand. We just happy you in there. The only people who are gonna hate, who got self-esteem issues, you know, not happy where they are, because I'm happy every time I see someone in there, no matter the size, no matter what they got on. I'm like, hey, we all here together. I like it. I'm really inspired by your stream. Don't want you to think I'm one of them creeps just trying to look at some eye candy on a live. I'll take it. Hey, it's a stream, so hey, I can't expect you not to look if it's a live stream. So hey, As long as y'all know my address. No, I'm just fine. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people don't realize you hit a plateau after a while. Switching up the workout is crucial for the gains. So you get it. You definitely get it. And I appreciate you keeping me company on this live stream. I always love someone who engages in a positive way. The energy is always good. I'm gonna start slowing it down just a little bit so we can work on the cool down. See, back to number 2, common mistake. I'm not just gonna hop off. I'm gonna slow the walking pad down just to make sure I'm able to get my heart rate back down. But I enjoyed talking today about the 8 common fitness mistakes, in my opinion, that people make, and just trying to give solutions. I thank you, True Blessings, and who else was talking to me on here? I'm sorry if I can't find your names. But anybody on here who gave me any type of conversation, I appreciate it. It definitely keeps the live stream, and well, for me, in good spirits. And it's fun. I like the company. So that was one of my goals. As I said, I was coming on here to stay consistent. That's what you always hear people say, right? Consistency, consistency. And that's with anything in life, right? Whether it be your career, your relationships, just anything. They say when you're consistent, you can start seeing some success. And so normally, even though I am a personal trainer, I am a coach, I'm human. So I have my moments where I fall too, right? So it's hard for me to stay consistent. I'm dealing with a lot myself. So yeah, I'm not perfect. So I have my moments. So getting on here was a way for me to try to stay consistent, get some accountability, because I'm hoping if you don't see me on here Monday through Friday, you reach out to me like, hey, what's going on? So for real, I'm dedicated to my fitness goals. I really would love to watch your streams and help moderate. I turn on my notifications. So send me a DM, True Blessings, to my IG, which is Get Fit with LJ. And I'm pretty sure you already subscribed, so I could probably try to find you on YouTube through the subscribers. But just send me a DM on Instagram. That way I can also let you know whenever I'm going live. That way you can tune in. I'm always looking for accountability partners. Yeah, you can be my accountability partner on stream. Get on here, talk to me, keep me motivated with walking. Right now, I've been on here for 67 minutes. I'm going to walk for just 1 more minute. But make sure to tune in tonight, 7:30. I'm trying something different. Normally, I was doing 7:30 in the morning while I would work out. But I know people with kids, y'all are getting ready for either work or getting your kids up and ready to go to school. So I want to see if I change my time to the evening. And let me know if there's a better time than 7:30. All I can do is try. So that's what I'm going to do. 7:30 tonight. Join me for leg day. I'm going to be using dumbbells, especially for this because it's my first leg day. I'm just going to use dumbbells. I try to keep the exercise is pretty simple. I do provide modifieds, so don't worry if you can't do certain things. I always provide modifications for my strength training. And during the breaks, I'll always check the chat because during the workouts, I'm in tune, I'm locked in. So I'm not able to read the chats as much. So during my break, if there's an exercise that you need help with, like need me to modify, just put it in the chat. I'll see it during the break, and I'll make sure I get you right for round 2 and 3. So my beginners, I always say do 3 rounds, and we go for 30 seconds. So you're able to go at your own pace for those 30 seconds. Bring your own music, because y'all know this YouTube. You're gonna listen to elevator music. So the most part, I don't play music. I'm just always talking. So bring your own tune, get your playlist ready, and you can just follow along with me. The first round is where I'm more so talking about form and kind of what I want from you. And then after that, you don't really need to hear from me at all. And if you're already pretty advanced in your fitness levels, just tune me out all the way. Okay. So I appreciate you all keeping me company today. Day 8 going live. I'm so proud of myself. And I'm only tracking my walking. So even though I plan on doing my strength training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like I said, because I deal with some medical issues, I may not always, be able to do strength training. So I'm tracking. This is what I'm trying to do. My first goal is at least do it for the month of April. So this is day 8. I think I started at the very last of last month, but my goal is to walk Monday through Friday for the month of April. And then, we'll tackle another goal once I reach that. So we're starting with a short-term goal and seeing how I do. So, you're in Boston. It's 12:15 p.m. right now. You'll be on at 7:30. Okay, we're same time. We're on the same time because it's 12:15 here as well. So yeah, we're on the same time. But don't feel obligated if you can't make it, okay? I understand. Show up when you can, and I appreciate it every time you get on. But don't forget to send me a DM on my Instagram, True Blessings. But yeah, that felt pretty good. I feel really good today. My legs were a little sore from yesterday's workout. But that loosened it right on up. Got me feeling good. So officially my walking pad saying 407 calories burned. My speed is 2.1 miles per hour. And I went for 71 minutes. So thank you. I'm finally going to jump off. That way I can get me some lunch in. I didn't cook what I said I was going to cook yesterday, so I got to do it today. So right now I'm about to do my jasmine white rice with ground turkey meat and all the peppers and onions. And we're just going to mix it all up. So that's going to be lunch. So y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you at 7:30, okay? My favorite thing to do is to stop it. All right.